On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from Jacksonville. And able to get this out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And last season, really fulfilled his promise, finished 5th in MVP voting, and led the Jags to their first division title since 2022. Their next goal, go deeper in the playoffs and contend for a Super Bowl.
That's caught left side. Myers with it. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Out of bounds at the 26-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On play action, Lawrence. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll run with his second-year man. This is Bashal Tutin. Now he got away from that first tackler. No idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
A quick throw complete to Washington. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Here's Allen. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the man from Arkansas, getting the start here, their rookie quarterback.
And to say that this is a big spot is the classic understatement. It's a ton of pressure on this rookie quarterback as he gets to play right away. And let's face it, he's trying to take in every moment from his first start, but at the same time, he's got to focus on what's in front of him.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Operating from the gun, Green. Open man, he completes it to Judy. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Cleveland.
Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Taken down at the 41.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Could be four-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll try and run here with Judkins. And he is going to have a Browns first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
That's to the second-year tight end, Harold Fannin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A give up the middle, Judkins. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Once again, Judkins. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And quickly, they get to the line.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And here's Green off the play fake. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Cleveland.
A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns.
The kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Washington now brings this out. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Lawrence. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there on 20 yards.
That's good.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They run with Thomas. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll run with Allen. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
On the zone read, this is Judkins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Green. This is Boston. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
An inside run with Judkins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the Jaguars' 16-yard line.
Here we go. Stretch the eagle.
Back to throw. Green. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Yeah, the Browns are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Judkins fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Jags grab it.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no
You got to
way.
protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
Your
anyone.
tenthborn.
It doesn't matter. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. At the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now Lawrence. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. But he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Juden now on first and 10. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Our first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now first and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. They wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now Lawrence to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Jaguars are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Now Lawrence. This is caught. Touchdown Jaguars. Brenton Strange as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make our score 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He was brought down by Travis Hunter.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you downstate an hour or two to Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The Titans at home to take on the New York Jets.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. That should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And the Browns first down.
First down, right back to Judkins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at him, and boy, we hit it right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
2nd down and 8. Looking to throw. Green. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Down, Browns.
They'll run on first down. Sampson. And he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up. Now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 2nd and short now following the fumble. Back to throw. Green. That's to his running back, Quinshon Judkins. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. Bring it up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Trying to hammer it in with Judkins. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Quinshon Judkins taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
21.
So that drive 7 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a carry for Allen. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. And it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And shedding through the tackle. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Cleveland offense making their way out. And after some struggles on the early drives, this group finally finding the end zone their last time out. Now they'll try to carry that momentum forward here. Looking to put a drive together. Green throwing to start the drive. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Green to the right side and caught by Boston. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First down, Cleveland.
They'll run from the gun. It's Judkins. Now he's free at the 35. And down to the 7-yard line. 110 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
At the 7-yard line.
Back to throw. Green sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That is Josh Hines Allen working his way in for the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Setting up a screen for Judkins. He is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
To throw is Green. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
A loss of 9 yards.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This a 33-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
A little juke. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
In motion right here, Washington. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And the Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From midfield now, Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Allen. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Lawrence will throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Parker Washington, 40 yards. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
For the extra point.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Jaguars 14.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 11. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Going for the knockout bullet right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Green setting up the screen for Sampson. Room past the 35. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
42-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Green. There's a short one caught by Fannin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
13 yards. First down, Browns.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here's second and 8. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. This ball caught by Strange. Look at the big man rumble. He may go. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brenton Strange, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Jaguars 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's downfield. He's got Fannin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A give. Here's Judkins. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Green, off play action. Quick hitter here, it's complete. calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
Now Green from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Now he'll try to run with this.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. From the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Green. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Green. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Harold Fannin from 4 yards out. And the Browns will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This taken in right around the goal line.
Oh, it shifts past him.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Here's Lawrence. That's caught left side. Myers with it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
At the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
Now 2nd and 4.
In motion, the tight end.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And Thomas has it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Here's Lawrence to throw. Finding Washington.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Lawrence.
40-yard line.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Back to throw. Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another Jaguars first down.
Throwing now, Lawrence. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh?